Okay guys, welcome to another Gamers with Coffee. I'm Ashley. I'm going to go over actually all of the Elder Scroll, or the Skyrim Elder Scrolls Call of Arms, um, between the terrain and all the figures. I mean, if you can see, this is literally every finger I've painted. Um, you have the Stormcloaks, you have, I believe I'm pronouncing it right, the Imperials, and then you have some like the side uh, characters. Um, the last two boxes we got were the Imperial officers and the chieftains, the Stormcloak chieftains. So those were the two last ones we got, and then we got some terrain as well. So we'll go off of the first things that came out. So if you can tell, the ones that are, I'm sliding, the black bases, which I'll probably just end up painting like silver or something, are from the originals before they actually started adding some of the details. So let me slide these guys. I should have separated them. I'm sorry. Um, all the colors that are on here, other than like this blue that's down on this guy, like some of the main reds, any of like the main colors are ones that I actually kept. Other than that, everything else has been custom colored. Okay, so these guys right here are what you got in the first box. Oops, give me 1 second. Forgot to shut my phone off. Okay, so we'll do the guys first, and then we'll go over the train. So in the main box, you ended up with, I believe, 2 skeletons. I thought there were 3. Oh, there's 3. So there's 3 skeletons. Let's see if the camera will actually pick them up. So there's 3 skeletons in your first main box. Like I said, the bases were just plain black. Pretty easy to set up. The only one I actually had problems with was the Dragonborn. So you have those 3. And then it also came with, I don't remember what these guys are called, but they're like zombies. You got 3 like regular like battle ones. So what I did with them is it just regular skin tone with the Citadel, and then I just darkened black backwashed on the skin, so it darkened it, made it look more dry. And then there's also a leader for them as well, which is right there. So you got 3 of those guys, and then this is like the big, main bad guy, I guess, or something like that. I haven't played them. I just did start the actual game, so I haven't come across this guy here, but I did come across these guys. I just did come across these guys. As soon as my camera picks it up. Come on. Maybe? There it goes. These are the guys I did just come across. Let's see if I can see. Did put some blue, because in the box, at least on the box, so that's what I went off of, they had like blue highlighted eyes, so I took like a really light blue and did their eyes. So also with that box, you got the Dragonborn as well. This one was the one that completely messed me up, and because I didn't try to dry fit it first, which I should have. Come on. There it goes. There's a big gap up on her chest, so I tried kind of covering it a little bit. What I should have done was maybe put some lily putty in it to kind of dry it or clear it up a little bit. And then there's a gap up in the back as well where her sword sheath is. But she was the hardest one to put together, because there's like 4 pieces down here with her legs, and you had to go and kind of twist and push, and yeah, it was bad. But that's her. I did like a reddish hair, which is not, I don't believe is the right color, but I wanted something different. So that was one set, is the 8 there. And then we'll go off of the blue. And this guy. which I believe is the Storm. No, yeah. Shoot, I don't remember which one these ones are. Are they the Storm Cloaks or are they Imperials? I believe they're the Storm Cloaks, but don't quote me if I'm wrong. I am so sorry. So with these, you got 3 like guards. So come on, there we go. I'll bring this guy up here. This guy is like, it's leaning because when I stuck him on, he slid and like super glued. So now it looks like he's actually leaning completely backwards. So, but come on. Like I said, this blue is the only actual main color. Everything else has been customed. So there's that one. So that's one guy. Here's the other 2 of the guards. Same thing. This has a mixture between Citadel paints and Army Painter. I got some bone colors in there as well. And then some Vallejo paints. This is the other guy. He's just a bow. I don't know. I know he's one of the main guys. Don't quote me on what his name is because I really, really don't know. I'm so sorry about that. But, so here's this. If it, come on. Maybe it's trying to pick up the figures in the back. So, he's got an axe up on the side. And then he's got the bow on the back. And then you got this guy, which is like another commander, I guess. Not quite sure. So, again, I'm not familiar with all these guys. I am truly sorry if I mess up any names or whatnot. I mean, I know, like, the Dragonborn is the only one I pretty much know. I know some of them are mages. So, I mean, other than that, trying to pick up the back figure, sorry. So there's that. So that's another box. So you got 3 main boxes that these guys you actually had to put together. Literally build them. The last set, which are the Imperials, I believe these are the Imperials because they got all the armor. So you got 3 of these guys. The only main color on this one that I didn't mess with is the red up on his sleeves and the red underneath his like skirt, whatever this is called. So everything else is a custom color. Even the skin is customed. So, oops, keep my hand up here. So there's that one. Sorry about the heater in the back. It is a little cold in Iowa. You got 2 more. Oops, if I don't drop them. The exact same. Come on. So this guy actually didn't have any of the red on him at all. So I don't know if he's like a lower rank. Actually, that one I believe is a female, I believe. I think that's yeah, that's the female. So this one is the female. So, and then here's another male. So, and then this one as well is like one of the main guys, I guess. So you can see like there's a lot more red on this guy. Come on. So, these guys I had to actually put together first and then painted them. So the paint job isn't like the best on these ones because there were a lot of small places that I had to try to get into. But they are really good. Alright, and then the last one out of this one, that box, is I guess a fire mage. I know it's a mage, so wasn't quite sure how to do the fire, so I just kind of did like a fire pit kind of looking thing, yellow at the bottom, orange, and then red, and then like a dark red. Same thing with the fire that's in her hand. Um, that's what it looked like to me. I probably did it wrong, but kids like it. They said it looks good, so that's really all that matters. So there's the mage. She's got also pink hair. Just kind of offset the color scheme. So those are the first sets of guys that came out. So I mean, 3 boxes. You got, oh Lord, what, 18 guys? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yeah, 18 guys in 3 boxes. So I mean, that's a lot of guys. And just as of right there. So there's that. All right, the next box. I don't remember which ones went into what. That's not good. Well, I know it's these guys, these two, her, the cat, the orgs. Those I know. The elf. I believe that was it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I'm missing one more. Is it this guy? No. What was the other guy? Ah, there she is. Okay. So these were the next 2 boxes that we got. So I can't remember which ones went in what. I know I did a little video of unboxing. So these are the finish. This is one of the females. A lot of silver because it's all armored, and then she's got like a little bit of fur. But this is a female. Oh, come on, stop picking up the back ones. So these ones actually came with designed bottoms. So she's got like a big rock pile back there, and then some wood. So that's one. So far, with the 18 here and then the 10 here, we're at 28 figures. So that's, like I said, a lot of figures. I'll do the bottom first. This is the lizard. Got some yellow bags, some wood, and then just like silver ground. He's got like a staff, I believe, or some. No, he's got a bow. So there's a bow. What I might end up doing is taking a piece of hair, trying to bend this a little bit if I can, and kind of bend it a little bit more so it looks like a bow. And then he also has a pick. So with this one, there's actually 2 different color greens. Come on. Trying to get there. It goes. You got like a lighter dark green up on top, and then like my moot green, which is from Citadel. So there's that one. Another female. She's got pipes on the bottom of hers and just some cracked floors. So there's hers. And then I believe this is the last female right here. Her face is half painted, because I guess that's how it's supposed to be, like a reddish color. Oh, sorry, trying to get it where it doesn't try to pick up the back ones there. Axe, she's got green, so she's got a couple different colored greens. Then like an emerald sword. So hers is basically cobblestone, and then the wood in the back. So there's 4. You got the org. He's got like ruins underneath his feet that I basically took the purple, highlighted, then painted completely up and around it. So, and then you got some gold pieces. There we go. And then silver. So rotate him. So he's got dark green up on the skin, and then like a light green for his pants. Come I'm trying to get to focus. Sorry about this, guys. Okay. And then brown for his clothes. And like a dark, dark green for his hair. I mean, I guess I could have went black to kind of offset it, but I wanted to keep the green scheme. So there's the org. I believe is an org or some kind of org looking guy. Sorry. I got off work, so if I'm trying to rush through this, I'm really not. I'm trying to do it. So here's one of the cats. Come on. There we go. So here's one cat. It's like a light bluish gray. A lot of silver on this one. This one also has a standing in the snow with a fire pit in the back here. So I painted it basically the rocks like a silver. Took a brown, put that down, took some red, and kind of like dabbed it a little bit, dry, not quote dry brush, but something similar. And then took a little bit of black to kind of darken it just a hair to kind of give it that, you know, ember effect. So these guys were actually pretty easy. They came in like two pieces, an arm, the whole body, and then the base. So these guys with the main actual already colored bases or designed bases were actually really, really easy to put together. Here's the other cat. Like I said, they were easy to put together, but for some reason, his arm fell off. So I had to try to glue it on real quick, and it didn't. I might have to just pop it off, kind of file a little bit, and re-glue them back up. So the base is just ground with some kind of piping and some rocks. So this one has a lot of yellow, brown, and gold. So I just kind of back brushed or dry brushed some like browns to kind of give it an offset, to give it somewhat of a more like two-tone cat, not just straight yellow. And then we got, oh, I'm sorry, there is one more female. The female elf. That same bluish gray for her face, her hands, and then her legs. Then some wood background, and then another type of ground. Sorry. And then a yellow cup. But she's got, which makes absolutely no sense. She's got a bow set, but she has two arrows or swords, or a dagger and a sword. So I don't understand where her bow is, but there's that one. And then this is a main guy. I didn't know this one because on the picture I found I could not really see him too well. Come on. Maybe. On his face, I thought it was like a scratch, bleeding, but it's actually supposed to be ruins of some kind. They swirl kind of up on his cheek and go up and over his hair and into his actual head, scalp. So I didn't know that. My son said it looked just fine like this, so that's how we're going to keep it. But that's what this is. Don't know what the guy is. He's, I guess, one of the main like good guys, I believe. Not quite sure. He does have like a skull up on his head, or on his head. I'm sorry, on his shoulder. It's kind of hard to see. But all right, so the base on this one has gears, which are the red, and then like a coin of some kind. So painted the gears red, the coin yellow, and then just basically backwashed the ground with some a custom color of like silver and gold to kind of give it an off kind of tint. And then the last one in the two sets is this mage, I believe. So come on, So there we go. He is some kind of like evil mage, I believe, or some kind of dark sorcerer. I'm not quite sure, but I did like 3 different purples to make the orb because it was supposed to be a lot more purple, like up on his leg down here. Um, I just kind of dry brushed a little bit there, dry brushed a little bit up on like his face, just to give it a little bit of like it's glowing. Um, the picture on the box showed it like really bright, kind of on his face. I personally didn't like that, and neither did my son, because literally the whole front would be purple. We didn't want that, so we just went with the little soft dry brush and kind of just barely touched it. This base is a little bit of wood and cobblestone, so that's literally it for that one. So that is so far 28 figurines out of 5 boxes. Now these ones are the newest ones that we have that I just finished off as of this morning. It took me like 2 days to paint them. Imperial and the Stormcloak, these are like the captains and the chieftains. I'm sorry, Imperial officers and the Stormcloak chieftains. So, sorry. So we got this guy. A lot of blue. And then brown hair. You got like some kind of like wolf coat or something there, bear coat. I believe it's a wolf because of the back, because it looks like it's got 3 wolf heads. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 wolf heads. So that's what I believed it was. So I did like a light grayish color. And then each one of these are silver strips straight down. On his base is a book that I basically darkened and looked like it's scribbled in. And then a map as well, if it can pick it up, that I just basically did some dots in and then darkened the map so that way it looks like you've traveled there, kind of thing. So I just dotted everywhere, kind of just to give it an off kind of different setup if I don't throw them ever. So there's that one. This is a guy I just finished off today or last night. The executioner, if you can see on his chest, this one was pretty easy to paint. It's literally all like a grayish black for his outfit. So and then he's got the cutting block there with the big axe. So what I might do is go through my extra pieces and see if I don't have a head, I can maybe paint and glue in here and kind of make it look bloody. So that way that would be kind of cool, offset kind of thing. But on his chest, I had to paint every single one, even on his leg. You can see a little bit down up here, underneath right up in here, the silver. So he's got like a bunch of chains is what he's got. There's some more there, and also on his back as well. So you got silver there. So there's that one. Then we got like a priest, I believe, is the next one. So what I did with this base, I did a gold, and then did a purple backwash, and kind of backwashed it up in the groove so it looked like it was kind of more set in there instead of doing black. On him, just a light brown for the cloak, and then a yellow color for the hood, and then skin tone. And then what I did, let's see if I can get it closer. There are a lot of little dots all the way around this that I had to go and see right there, basically do every single one, especially up on his hood as well. I know it's hard to see. Um, so, and then all the way down his back as well. So, there's that guy. Um, then we have another female. I believe this is a female. Maybe. It looks like a female. Maybe it's male. I'm not quite sure. So, here's another like Imperial, one of the main officers. So each one of his like markers up on his skirt, cloth, whatever you want to call this, is a silver. Around the belt is a silver. I mean, again, a lot of silver and brown. Now on the base, you can see some red. There are leaves, so I figure the red would make it stand out a little bit. It's kind of cool because it does in the game kind of fall in like fall, autumn. The leaves are kind of brownish red and orange. So I believe it's like more fall, depending on where you are in the game. So I just did red. It kind of gives it an offset kind of look. So pretty much if you see red up on the base, that's what they are. So you got another main captain. This is a female. So she's standing up on a rock. And you can see the red. And then her shield is literally in the ground. So same thing with her. And then she's also holding her helmet too. So I believe that was, oh, that wasn't, I had, this guy is actually part of a different one. It's this one that's part of those guys back there. So this is, I guess, the main bad guy. Or the executioner. So he is covered in basically gold everything. So you can see quite a bit of yellow. And then red. So, these are the Imperial ones. So what I did with the hair, it's that bluish gray I did with like the cat. And then I just took some silver and kind of made it look a little older. Did the same thing, made some eyebrows on him as well. He's got some bluish eyebrows. Come on. See if we can see the eyebrows. Come on. Come on. Nope. Doesn't really want to show eyebrows. Oh, there's a little bit. But, same thing. Got the wood in the back. Made some mud kind of around his feet. Outset the stones a little bit. And then you got a couple little red leaves in places. So, there's that one. And then, here's another mage. Same thing with just basically brown and then a white. But she's got like a blue ball. Come on. But same thing with hers. It's basically all the little itty bitty dots all the way up and around, even up down her sleeve, up on her hood. And then on her base is just silver with like sticks. So I'm trying to see if I can't get a better, there we go. So she's like throwing a blue orb of some form. So with this set, I mean, you got now, with this newest one, there are 1, 2, 3 mages. So you have 3 different mages. You got a fire, I believe she might be water or air maybe, I don't know. And then you got whatever this purple dude is. Don't know exactly. But anyway, we got 3 more guys to look at. So this is, I guess, one of the blacksmiths. So I just darkened it up really high and then took like one of the browns I have. I have to clean it up a little bit more. So there we go. A little extra glue that just kind of plopped down there. So he was literally pretty easy to do. Red, blue apron, and then like a tannish, greenish pants, and then brown shoes. That was literally it for him. And then I just did like a light brown for his hair. So that he was pretty easy to do. Um, this guy was kind of interesting. Don't know who he is. So again, with like the grayish brown, blue for the wolf pelt, brown, a custom leather color that I did with all the other Imperials, and then silver all the way up and around. So, oops, sorry, there we go. And then there's silver kind of inside or around as well up on top, and then you can see the skin kind of in between them. His is basically I just took silver and then did like a red for the bricks. So that's that one. And then the last one out of the two groups is this guy who has a wolf head. I did give him a yellow beard. And then again, custom leather color. A lot of silver and a lot of the gray. So that's literally pretty much it for that. The base, just the silver, and then a brown, light tan color. And then this one also has a skull down back here as well. So out of all of these guys, so out of, what did I say? 5, 7 boxes, you end up with a lot of figurines. So, I mean, there are quite a bit. So those are all the guys out of 7 boxes. So you had 20, what did I say? 18, 28, 38 figurines here to basically play with. The new update they just did, they did give you brand new cards that I went over and showed all the new guys and some of the other ones as well. So let's slide these guys over. Now, with the first set, he got the dungeon tombs. So I'm not going to pull out all the tombs. I did pull out one of each piece, and that way I can show you. So they were just this like white grayish color. So what I did was basically primed them with black, and then took a light brownish gray. It was like a tan almost, and just dry brushed the whole thing up and around so it looks like it's kind of mossy. So that's one side. I mean, the bottom, it's like a gray. So the top, and they're all exactly the same. So what I might do in long run is kind of go in and try to see if I can't get some of these like grooves a little bit more lighter, make them stand out a little bit. So here's another one, but this one actually has tombs on the other side of it. So these are those one guys I said were like zombies. That's basically what they are. Come on, there you go. You got two. You got one that's not wrapped up here. This one's wrapped up, and then 2 empty like beds. And then same thing with the wall. Primed it black, took the brown, and dry brushed it in. Oops. Here's one of the corner pieces that basically same thing. We'll just go butt up. That's why I didn't paint the sides. They just butt up with them. And then 2 different size triangles. So it depends on if you want like a far wall or, let's see if I can slide this over just a hair so it's not trying to catch the figures down there. There we go. So, like I said, 2 different sizes, so you can have them kind of more of a triangle or a little bit farther out. But same thing, Prime black and then browned. He also got out of that first set was the what is going on? Oh, the arches. That's what it was. So the arches, I just glanced at the box wrong. I did glue these pieces together. Like you can see, they are really, really big. So, I mean, you can't even see them up. But it basically would go just like this. I'm going to basically put a magnet in between so it kind of sticks together a little bit more. But what I did with these, it's like one back here, is I painted it like a gray. And then I did like a brown, a little darker brown to kind of give it that rock. And then I went and did white and kind of dry brushed it all the way up and down the bottom. Anywhere like snow would actually sit and hit. So basically in like some of these grooves sitting on this rock, I did a little bit heavier, and then like up on the top. So maybe, come on, there we go. So that's what I did with those, and there's both of them are the same. And then on the bottoms as well, because these are part of them well, same color scheme, and then same thing with the snow. Basically wherever snow can hit and sit, I just kind of not darken, but put a bunch of white on it. So that way it looks like it's kind of in the grooves. And just sitting there. That wasn't even what a picture my son showed me, but he liked it. It was cool. So those are those. And then one last thing he got, or a couple more things. Out of the first set of terrain stuff he got the puzzle door. This one I sprayed down with a clear coat, which I shouldn't have, because I was afraid it was going to go and chip away. So I got a clear coat I had already that I shouldn't have did. I mean, it's shiny. That's the only bad thing. So I have to go get like a matted clear coat. But this was actually the hardest one to paint of all. This one is the one I started with because I thought it was really cool. Before I realized that it would have been easier to do it like these. So this one is not prime black. The inside down here was, all this was prime black. And then I had to slowly go and paint around every single one of these grooves to make it and it gold. So like you can see this isn't backwashing here. This is actual paint. So what I did was actually destroyed one of my paint brushes to make sure everything was up inside these grooves. Then I went and did a lot more of that tan that's up on the other tombs, and I just kind of did it all over that and then backwashed it. So that way the black would kind of show out a little bit more in the cracks. And then basically still, once it was dry completely, put it up on one of my boards and sprayed it with a clear coat. So, I mean, there's both sides. You can see all the detail. I know it's the light reflecting off the shininess. So, same thing. Primed it completely black in there and make sure all those grooves were nice and black. And trust me, I messed up a lot trying to get the gold in some of these spots. So I'd have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to make sure every single one of them stood out and didn't have a problem. So those are the big terrain pieces out of the first set we got. So just sliding some of the stuff out of the way a little bit. Then he got 2 different bags. Sorry. This one's have like treasure chests, traps, some of the other little stuff. So we'll just take all this stuff out. There's a lot of them that are like 2 pieces each, I believe. Everything is 2s. for some reason. I mean, some of it should be threes that I know of, at least what I've come across in the game so far. So you got, yeah. So there's these guys. So these are just some kind of like hole. You gotta look through it or something, or some kind of magic things. Then we got these pieces. And I know the dungeon, the first part of the dungeon is where I'm actually at. There's these up on a wall that you have to look and find the picture of them and match them, and then go over to the other part of it, and basically these spin so you get them on the right spot. So that's basically what those ones are. A trap door. There's 2 trap doors. You got spikes with a skeleton inside. So with the spike, I just basically did a muddy kind of thing. Brown, the white color, and then I have some, it's like fake blood, but it's a paint that I basically dip them in to make it look like it's just running down and all over the place. So there's 2 of those. There's the other trap door. There's a bunch of these chests. 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeez. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I count that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so there's 11 of these chests. These are like a common chest. I guess these ones you can just kind of go around and don't have to pick lock and things like that. So that's just a common. And then there's 12 of them. Okay, I'm like, usually there's even numbers. Then there's 4 of these like super chests that are gold and silver. And then the ground's just basically rock. I guess these ones you have to actually pick lock, and these are special ones or super ones or something like that. Then you got 2 levers. Come on. There it goes. So 2 levers. That's all they are, levers. These are fun. These are like ruin spaces. So painted it all purple. And then again, slowly and painstakingly slow, each and every little groove, or outside of the grooves that painted it basically a black. Then you got these ruins. They look like they got the dragon on them. So this one was pretty easy. This one I literally just took the light brown, painted the whole thing, and then took black backwash and backwash, make sure it sat in that groove. So I left them like this, let them dry, did another coat, let them dry, just to get that dark inside groove. And then after they were all completely dry, then I went back and just did it over everything. And then you got 2 bookcases, or like stands. So I did the same thing with these books. They're like little scribbles up on top to make it look like it's been written in. There we go. So that was all literally of the first set of terrain they came out with. This last set of terrain is a lot smaller. So I'll slide these guys over. You get 2 different tombs. This one actually stands up like that, and this one lays down. So I don't believe you're supposed to glue the doors on. I did, so that way they wouldn't get too messed up. So this one is the one that stood. Basically I painted it black and then took that yellow and kind of did it like the tombs. So that's literally all that. Then glued the door in, glued the guy in. This one lays down, same thing. So same kind of material, like a grayish black or grayish white. But I mean, there's a lot of detail I try to kind of pull out of it a little bit, but So those are that. And then you got 2 buckets that has like a pipe or a pipe, gold, a gold sack, and then like an ember bottle. So you get 2 of those, but I had a custom make this like bluish color, and then it's black and like a reddish gold copper color all the way around, and then dirt on the inside. Uh, then you also got this like rock fire pit. That the picture I found, it looked like it was sitting up in water, so that's what that's supposed to be, like a light water, kind of running down from under the pot. Then it's like a greenish brown rock, black around the edges. Same thing, did like a gold. Try to get the fire to, there we go, and kind of did the fire. You can see where it's multicolored. So there's that one. And then this is the one I couldn't figure out where these pieces went. So I figured out it had to go up on the base here. So there's all that. Same thing with the fire. There's a log kind of sitting in there, not burned. But that's just literally like a brownish, or not brownish, black and then, or silver and then a black wash. And then you got 2 of these pots. Oops. Right there. I mean, they're just literally pots. Don't know what they were for. And then you ended up with 2 different types of urns, and they're literally a gold and then backwash black. So these guys were kind of a pain to paint. So those are 2 different kind of urns. So out of everything, I mean, you can see, let's slide this back over this way a little bit. There is a lot of stuff, and then there's also a download as well, for a PDF to do, I guess, like a castle or something, to be able to 3D print yourself. So, but other than that, that is everything I have painted so far that the Elder Scrolls Call of Arms came out with. If you guys have any questions, please leave in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and remember just to have some fun. Other than that, we're gonna get going and have a good day.